We are now going to place 2D MicroStation smart lines. The process is essentially the same as in SS2, other than the fact that we will first select the applicable element template. Make sure you have the Home tab activated and click on the Element Template drop-down arrow and select Design Scratch User 1. Now, you could search for it in the Search Template field, but we will browse to it under the Design, Roadway 2D Plan, Miscellaneous. Left-click the Design Scratch User 1 element template and notice the applicable attributes automatically populate. Next, turn on AccuDraw, which is located within the primary tools in the ribbon under More. AccuDraw will aid in the accuracy of our smart lines. Now open the Place Smart Line tool, which is located within the Placement Tools in the ribbon. The Place Smart Line tool is used for placing open or closed linear elements. Within the Place Smart Line window, make sure your settings match what is shown. You will now draw a 500 foot by 500 foot square on the left side of the referenced corridor. Before doing so, we need to switch the AccuDraw XY fields to distance and angle. To do that, simply hit the M key on your keyboard. Now, I have created a starting point for the sole purpose of being able to match the manual. Left-click to begin your square wherever you would like. Within the AccuDraw window, a field that is highlighted in black is the active field. Go ahead and key in a distance of 500 feet. Left-click to accept, then place 3 more 500-foot segments to complete the square. Before accepting the final placement, notice that additional properties show up in the Place Smart Line window. Make sure the fill type is set to none, and then left-click to complete the shape. Go ahead and activate the Element Selection tool, then select the square, and notice the completed shape. Next, deselect the square and activate the Place Smart Line tool again. We will now place a second smart line in the form of a linear complex chain. Go ahead and change the vertex option to rounded and key in a radius of 200 feet. Once again, I have created a starting point to match the manual, but you can start your second smart line wherever you would like. The chain will be comprised of 3 500-foot line segments at varying bearings. Go ahead and left-click to start your smart line, and then click in the AccuDraw window and key in a distance of 500 feet and hit Enter. Next, hit the Tab button and enter a bearing of south 30 degrees west. Since this bearing is a whole degree, simply key in S30W and hit Enter. Notice the line, distance, and bearing are now shown. It's important to remember that the line will be placed in whichever direction your cursor is in relation to the starting point. So since we want the direction to be southwest, this is correct. If we were to move my cursor up here, you would see a northeast direction. So go ahead and left-click to accept the first line placement. Hit the Tab key. Again, enter 500 feet. And then again, enter a bearing of south 50 degrees east. So S50E. Hit Enter, left-click to accept, and repeat the process once more to key in a 500-foot line at a bearing of south 35 degrees west. So S35W, hit Enter, left-click to accept, and right-click to clear the tool. Activate the Element Selection tool again, and you'll notice that a linear complex chain has been created. Go ahead and deselect the chain.